So let's have a little talk about Chrisean Rock. We really shouldn't judge her. I know she got a lot going on with Blueface, and recently she left the baby in the car to argue with Blueface on a jail call while she was in the middle of a business meeting, and she was telling him that it's not important, but she was definitely on a business meeting. And not only that, for this business meeting, they still accepted it even with her having a baby there, and they were helping her. She did say that she had somebody there to help her, which I hope that is true. I'm not checking her pockets or clocking her pockets, but based off of what she says, she can definitely afford to have a nanny. Don't understand that part of it, but she's young. Who knows? And the purpose of this video was to talk about how we see in real time a trauma bond. We can see that she is not in control of her life at all. And if she's somebody who grew up toxic, violent, with no motherly, fatherly figure to show even an ounce, even of what something looks like, the effects of a trauma bond, depending on how you grew up, psychology, human behavior, different personality types. A lot of us grow up not learning that, not knowing that. So we all believe that we should all think the same, be the same. She doesn't have a winning shot when it comes to face to face with a dark entity and no spiritual background. But luckily, she has a religion that she can fall back to, and if she really taps into that, that's a whole nother video. She is willing to risk it all, even herself, her child, and many people do in that case when they are under control of a demon. So, in other words, a narcissist, a manipulator, somebody that is controlling her. And it's really sad, the effects of what a trauma bond can really do. Let me just kind of break it down. Many people will just straight off the bat be like, accountability, right? See, from what I understand in Chrisean's behavior, she lacked guidance, that motherly and that fatherly guidance. So she was very, very vulnerable and lost in the sauce. And if a narcissist get a hold of you in that condition, then the control that they have over you is definitely can go beyond our wildest imaginations. These are the women who end up unaliving themselves or their children. The higher the vulnerabilities, the higher the risk. If you lack life skills, some of us are farther than others. Some of us had one parent. Some of us were showed love. Some of us weren't showed any type of love. So that is how we conduct ourselves inside of relationships. So the higher the vulnerability, the higher the risk of control when you encounter this dark entity, okay? Because it is going to latch on as hard as it can, and it will have you doing the darkest of things. That is why we see Fatal Attraction. One of my favorite shows used to be For My Man, but I can't watch none of that stuff anymore, but I used to watch it a lot. So the higher the vulnerabilities, the higher the risk. So yeah, we are watching her unravel, and unravel. And now it is getting worse because there is a child involved. And that is so sad for that baby. So hopefully somebody step in. And this video is not to judge her, not to put her down, but this is to say we must get help when we see that our actions are interfering with our progress in our business life, in our career, in our education, in our financial, in our spiritual. So if it is, then it's time for you to get into your mind, get into your heart, get into your spirit, and pivot.